Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to start my stream. For some reason, I had this open in a second window and it was just messing up. Okay, I think we're live right now. Let me make sure I have everything set up right. Okay, awesome. Yeah, this is the second stream, so I'm still getting used to it. But apparently, if you have two computers logged into YouTube, it won't let you go live from the second one because you signed in with the first one. So I know that for next time. Okay, so what I'm trying to do today is just kind of brainstorm and get ideas from future builds. And it looks like the first idea is a 3D printed Beyblade. Oh, I think that's the thing you spin up, right? Like you get it really fast. I think I saw those before. I never played with them, but they look interesting. All right, let me make this full screen quick. Okay, perfect. So I'm playing around with the times to go live right now. I'm trying to shoot for every Tuesday and Thursday around 7 o'clock West Coast time. So that'll be a little bit, well, I think that'll be a good medium. I'm trying to not to stream too late into the night so people will hopefully still be awake for this. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are for the next build. I actually have, let me see if I can find it. So this is one of the new videos I'm doing. We're doing a 3D printed like survival knife. Let's see if that will focus. But yeah, this is printed from PLA plastic, so it's not that sharp. But in the video, we're going to try to sharpen it with sandpaper to see if it'll hold the blade. It's probably going to break on impact, so I made like 5 of these. And it took like, I think 3 hours to print. So that'll be a fun video once I figure out how I'm going to film that. What's up, Sandy Mello? Back again. 3D printed cell phone versus real. Yeah, see, that's a problem. Like if you get too far into the electronics, you have to use a lot of metal in the builds. And I've done that before, but the only problem is when you're trying to 3D print electronics, you either have to like buy the circuit board. So I can make a case probably, like a cell phone case or a shell. That's always an option. Why always hurt Joe? Joe's doing okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think Joe came up. We were doing a video way back when I needed a target. And so I don't know if you guys saw the show You, but Joe is like the stalker guy on the show. And I don't know. I just thought of that name when I had to write like a target on somebody. What's up, 3D Zone? Yeah, I gotta find him. I think we blew his head off in one of the last experiments, so I have to like print a new head for Joe. He's not doing too good, but he'll survive. But yeah, so this next video, I'm working on this knife test, and I have a couple other videos. I was thinking of doing like a broadhead test for some of the arrows, and I don't know if I have it right here. I have, these are the old arrows we tested in the last video, but I have new arrows, which basically allow you to screw in new tips on the end of these. So that'll probably be like next week's video. We'll do like a broadhead test on some ballistic gelatin. What's up, Sandy? No, I didn't forget about you. What's up, 3D Zone? World record tour. Sure. So I don't know if you can see behind me, but that one right there, wait, that's the fastest Nerf gun in the world. Actually, let me grab that 1 second. It's in the other room. I'm grabbing it. So here it is. So this is the world's fastest Nerf gun, and you can see it has a bunch of switches on it. So You guys, if you play video games, you probably know this looks like a Chris Vector, which like honestly is this part of the build is the Chris Vector. And then this is just a bunch of like pistol Nerf guns attached to it. But it has some pretty cool features. You have like a little laser sight there. You have a little EOTech. Let's see if I can point this EOTech sight on it. And so this is going to be a Guinness World Record. I think this year, they're going to post it on the website this year. There was like a delay for some reason. But the award for this one is that record right there. So that's the most recent record. And then the two next to that is the one in the middle is the largest Nerf gun. And the one on the end there is the largest Xbox. So that's the rest of those records. All right, bye, Sandy. I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. And then we have, this is actually the model. I'm not sure if you can see that there. This is the model of the world's largest Nerf gun. I don't have the ammo for this, but it shoots like little Nerf darts. I think this part like breaks away, but it actually shoots. So you can like load it and actually fire it, which is pretty cool. This actually came out after my video, but this one I think is the Longshot CS6. I think you can buy it on Amazon for like $10, but it's a really fun little toy and you can like shoot little darts from it. But that's a fun one. Can I make 3D printed headphones versus real headphones? I probably can. I could probably do that in the next video. Let me write that down. I probably would just have to find like speakers to put inside the headphones since I can't print those, but it should be a pretty easy build. I'll write that down. 3D Zone. No, didn't forget you. Yeah, and if you guys have any other ideas, I'm trying to like schedule 2 live streams a week. So if you just joined, it'll probably be like Tuesday and Thursdays around 7 o'clock my time on the West Coast. So I'm going to try to stick to that schedule. And if I can't make it, I'll try to let everybody know beforehand so they don't like wait and like mess it up. And in the future, there shouldn't be a delay. There was like a 10-minute delay with this live stream because I was having issues trying to switch from the scheduled live stream to the turning it on. But I think I figured that out for like next time. But it's pretty cool. And on YouTube, you can actually schedule a live stream in advance. So I'm going to try to do that so I can kind of keep a schedule and not like surprise people by just starting up a live stream and like not knowing when I'm going to go live. But yeah, if you have any other ideas, I think the next couple of videos are planned out. There was another idea I was thinking about doing for a 3D printed, it's like a Nerf gun toy, but it's like a Nerf gun baseball bat that shoots out like a Nerf dart on the end of it. And I think that'd be a pretty cool build if I could figure out like how to print the firing mechanism inside the Nerf gun bat. So I'm going to try to do that next. Let me see if I got back to everybody. And what I'm also thinking of doing is actually having some people on as like guests. So some of my friends that live in LA, I'm going to try to bring them on that are also into 3D printing to try to get like their like ideas on some builds. So that's always an option. I think I had a couple more parts here from this next build. Let me see if I can grab it. No, it's probably, oh, I got the real knife. This is the, so this is the real one. And this is the knife we're basically copying. So you can see it's really similar. But the only difference is, of course, like this one isn't nearly as sharp. But you can see the printer did a really good job of like, see if I can get that there. You can kind of see in the light there like the ridges. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to sand this blade down to get it as sharp as possible. But it's probably going to break on impact because this is just PLA filament, which isn't the strongest. So I printed actually, I don't know if you can see it there. We have 5 of these blades. Let me grab them. So we have all these blades right here for the video. This is probably like a day of printing. It's like so many blades. But we plan to break a lot of them. Like I think honestly, they're all going to break on impact. So we might need to print more. Oh, that one's going to fall. But yeah, if you have any ideas for tests, what we're probably going to test is like, we'll do a sharpness test. And then we'll probably try to get like a ballistic gelatin just to do like some impact tests with it. And maybe some like survival tests where we're trying to like test it in a survival situation. Like, can you cut wood with it? Can you like chop fish or something? Like, can you cook with it? Or I don't know, try to survive a little bit with it. We might do a hybrid design where we actually like have a second blade and we put like either a piece of steel or like a razor blade in it. And of course that's cheating a little bit. So we'll call that like a hybrid design. But in a survival situation, you probably will have access to like a utility knife, or you can probably find one because they're really popular. So I think I'll either make a design or download a design where you can put like a razor blade or something, so it has like some more support to it and you can actually like chop with it. So that's an option for another design. I like the crazy things you make. Thank you, Docs. Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, I try to come up with like interesting designs. Some of them are really silly, which I'm aware of, but some of them make for fun videos, even if they are kind of a silly design. Yeah, there was another survival tool I saw, like it's like a fire starter kit. And I did one video where I did like a 3D printed drill. You could kind of put like a piece of wood in it and like spin it really fast and like start a fire. It's really not that practical, but you could do it in a worst case situation. Iconic car. Oh, like 3D print a car. Yeah, no, I could do that. I could do like a 3D printed like RC car or something like that. That's always an option. There was, I think there was like an RC plane, like a little stealth plane I wanted to print, but I need to order the motors for that design because you have to have some like servo motors to control it and all that stuff. But there's some really cool designs out there for like 3D printed aircraft. So I might do that later. I was also thinking about doing like a 3D printed like coffee maker. I did like a pour over coffee maker, which is really simple, but I thought it'd be cool to do like an espresso machine or something like a little bit more complicated. Oh, I have the ice cream maker here. Let me grab that. I was going to put this on the wall, but honestly, there's not that much room up there. But this is from the ice cream video, where basically it just spins the jar overnight to create ice cream. This one took a little bit because I had to like order the motor and everything for that. So that will be one I'll probably put up on the wall eventually. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There's probably some more food products too. Like there was one that I was going to do where it's like a food chopper, like it's like an Invo commercial where you like a slap chop. It's like a slap chop, but somebody made like a 3D printed design for it. So I might do that later. I probably won't eat the food because there's like plastic with the 3D printer, but it still could be a fun video. 3D printed helicopter versus real helicopter. That's always an option. I could probably make like one of those pull to start toys. I'm not sure about like an RC helicopter. I'm not sure how I would do that. 3D printed pizza cutter. Actually, I did that. So if you look right there, it's up right there. That's one of the first videos. That's the pizza cutter. And it worked okay. I probably would redo the design if I did it again because it kind of cut the pizza like sideways a little bit. So I could probably fix that. I might do like a hammer video. I did like a one of my first videos, like right there was a hammer, and I put like a bolt in the end of the hammer, and it kind of worked for a little bit, but then it broke. But I was thinking about maybe making like a sledgehammer, something a little bit heavier. So that's one I could do for like a future video. Yeah, the pizza cutter actually worked if you search for it. 3D printed pizza cutter versus real. It should come up. But honestly, it didn't work the best. Like it kind of broke a little bit near the end. So I think if you fix that design, it would work better. I think there was another design where it's like a big knife blade where you just like chop it. That one could work too. There was also a video, I'm trying to think of where I saw it, where a guy made like 3D printed sporks and stuff, like forks and like utensils and stuff like that. I could do that, but I think it would just be a really simple build. I'm not sure how you could test that for a video. 3D printed can opener. We actually tested that. That one is actually right up there. That's the can opener. I do plan to do the mouse. I actually have the parts for that. I haven't done it yet, but I will do one on the mouse soon. I actually have that plan coming up here. So that's going to be an upcoming video. Probably not this week, but maybe next week when I get around to that. But I think I want to do some more puzzles too, because I saw a lot of puzzles recently online that look pretty cool. Like there's a few creators that make like these puzzles that are interlocked with one another. So you have to basically like try to figure out the puzzle to disassemble it. I think that would be a fun one to make. I don't know if I've made Battleship before. I think that would be another fun build. Make like a Battleship game. And it wouldn't cost anything. It probably cost like 20 bucks or something. Pretty cheap. "3D printed girlfriend durability test." Yeah, I don't think YouTube would allow that. They probably like ban me for that. But you never know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other designs I wanted to do. I think, oh, let me grab something quick. Yeah, I have another print over here. Let me see if I can find it. I have a picture of one of the prints coming up here. "3D printed shoes versus real." Yeah, I might do, well, I did Crocs. I did Crocs a little bit ago. Those were kind of a fun build. 3D printed robots. I saw like they had like this BattleBot kit at Target. I could try doing that. That would be kind of a fun build. 3D printed door. I could do like a mini door. I think if I did a full size door, it might take like a month to build. 3D printed gun. See, YouTube is really they're really strict about like gun videos. So I try to name my videos like Blaster or Nerf. I try not to use the word gun because YouTube like heavily censors videos. Even if it's not like a real gun, they don't like that. But I might be able to do something with like a toy that gets around that safely. Glasses, I could look into that. I did the 3D printed sunglasses, which they're kind of like Eskimo sunglasses where they have like little holes like built into them. But I could try doing that later. Oh, I thought about making like a 3D printed a doghouse like for a small dog. I think that would be kind of cool. Make it like a really nice custom modern doghouse. 3D printed controller. What type of controller? Like a video game controller, or like a joystick or something? That's possible. I could do that probably. I have a Nintendo Switch here I can make a controller for. 3D printed YouTube. Yeah, that's an option. I can always do YouTube. 3D printed TV. Let's see. Yeah, I could do remote control. That one's pretty straightforward. Do remote control build. The play button. Yeah, I'll write that one down. I've gotten that request a few times, the play button. I'll probably start with the silver and then do the gold one next. That could be a fun video. Yeah, I might have to break the gold one into a few sections because it's really big. Like, I'll show you how big it is. So this one actually, oh boy, it's like pretty big. So I might have to like cut it up into pieces for the build. That could be a fun one. I have a larger printer might fit on actually. 3D printed sword, that could be a good video. Let's see. I could probably print it in sections like a long sword, like a medieval sword. 3D printed YouTube followers. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would do that. There's a bunch of followers right now. .3D printed play button, 3D printed sword. I saw a lot of 3D printed katanas, which kind of like, it's like a lightsaber that extends. That could be a cool one. I would just try to make it like functional. So I'd probably try to print it like in pieces. But there was another YouTuber that I saw that did a really cool build where it's like he printed it on one of those belt printers, which prints continuously. So he was able to print like a huge 6-foot sword in one piece and looked really cool. I'm not sure how durable it would be because it's printed out of plastic, but it looked pretty cool. But I might play around with that later and see if I can do something like that. For one of my other videos, though, I was wanting to print like a lightsaber, which actually, let me grab that quick. I have one right here. So I have this, which some of you guys might recognize if you're into Star Wars. But this is a Obi-Wan's lightsaber from, well, I think it was in the first 3 movies. But he had this in Revenge of the Sith. But I want to make a video where I make like a working one of these. And so I'm actually playing around with some ideas. Let me turn this on quick. Saber core, brilliant. Let's see here. So bright. We turn it off. But there's a guy called Hacksmith, which you probably saw on YouTube. He has a really big channel. But he made like a working lightsaber where basically he put like a gas torch through the handle, and then he shot like a gas like torch out the front of it. And it looks really cool. But the only problem with that is there's no real blade there. So it kind of is just a big torch. It kind of goes through stuff. But I think it'd be cool to make like an actual lightsaber that has like a blade that extends. But I'm still working on that. It's pretty complicated to fit it all in there. 3D printed cell phone. Yep, I could try that. 3D printed guitar. What's up, Sandy? Yeah, the guitar, I can look into that. I'd probably have to print that in pieces because the guitar is pretty big. Like my biggest printer, is like 12 inches by 12 inches by 12 inches high. So anything bigger than that, I kind of have to cut into pieces to assemble it. 3D printed phone case, I could do that. Let me see. Let me write that down. Phone case. Yeah, there's a lot of good designs for phone cases that I can look into. I think it'd be fun to do a video where we do like a phone case stress test, and like we get some cheap older iPhones, and then we do like a 3D printed case versus a real case, and we just drop it from super high distances and see which one breaks. What's up, Sandy? Doing pretty good. How you doing? Yeah, one of my very first videos, I'm not sure if you can see it on the wall, I did a pretty basic phone design. I'm not sure if I have it up there. It offered some protection, but honestly, like if you dropped it really high up, probably would break the phone still. 3D printed door handle, that could be a good one. Oh, I was thinking of doing a like a piggy bank, like one of the old fashioned like piggy banks you have to break to get your money out of. I think actually that'd be kind of funny because plastic is pretty hard and hard to break. So I don't know if it failing to break would be a win or a loss for the 3D printed bank. That's an option. But yeah, if you have any ideas, I'm writing these ideas down. We'll try to get to them all in the upcoming videos. So far I have phone case, play button, headphones. Yeah, these are all good ideas. Maybe a sword. I'm putting a question mark next to the sword. Maybe we can get that. Radio. I can look into that. I could probably make a case. I don't know about the electronics. I might have to like source the electronics and make a case for the radio, but that's an option. I'll write that down too, radio. Now, there are cool attachments where you can like, I think 3D print metal almost. So it would be cool down the road to get like a printer that has a metal attachment where you could try to like print the circuits onto the print. That'd be pretty cool. But I'm not there quite yet. Maybe one day. There was a printer, I'm not sure what company makes it, but it prints chocolate. And so you could do like 3D printed chocolate desserts and stuff like that. So I might want to, I'll probably get that eventually. I haven't gotten it yet though. I think it's like a couple $100. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the name quick. Let's see. I think it's called just chocolate 3D printer on Amazon. I'm looking that up right now. But you can do some really cool videos. I just don't know how many videos I could do with that. Probably like one video, but once you do the one video, it's kind of done. Oh, I can do a 3D printed pen too. Those are kind of cool. You have to like physically print with the plastic pen as it melts. That's kind of cool. But yeah, there was another one. Let me see if I can find it here in my notes. I had another idea. I did the ping pong ball. That one's already done. Did the ping pong, did the keyboard. Let's see. I did a lot of these already. Oh, I was thinking of designing a piece of custom furniture. Like there was, I forget who did it first, but there's a guy that makes like large 3D printed furniture items. And I was thinking it'd be cool to like maybe build something or a kit where you could like buy like a 2x4 and then print an adapter so you can make like maybe a chair or something out of it really cheap. 3D printed laptop, PC. I could do that. I made like a really small iMac once. So that's always an option. 3D printed flute. Oh, that's a good one. I could see there's probably a design for that, for the flute. PC. I have the world's smallest PC. Let me grab it quick. It's right over here. So it's a little dusty. I made this like 3 or 4 years ago, but this is the world's smallest gaming PC, and you can kind of see like the ports and everything. It has HDMI right here, and then up top you have your power and your audio out right there. You have your 2 RGB cooling fans. And yeah, if you search like my first videos, I think this was one of them, but it's the world's smallest gaming computer. That one was pretty fun to build. Can I make a blender? I don't think I've done that before, but let me look into that. Let me write that down, blender. I'm sure that can be done. What's up, Jamar? Hey, Hex3D. Thank you. Yeah, if you just joined, I'm trying to go live Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 o'clock West Coast time. So that's the new schedule I'm trying to keep. That could change, but I'm working on keeping that schedule. Hello, what is the mini PC? This was something I made for one of my very first YouTube videos. It's actually a Raspberry Pi inside of there, and I just printed this case to make it look like a mini gaming PC. But it's literally just a Pi with this cool case and like RGB lights. But it has a lot of cool features. Like you have your HDMI, audio, power. That's actually a working little mini fan right there. And you have these 2 big fans in the front that actually light up. I think, let me see if I can plug it in quick for you guys. So you can see. Oh yeah, right, okay, I'll plug it in. Let's see. All right, I gotta plug it. There we go. And it changes colors. And you can actually see that little light right there lights up too. And how I did that was I ran fiber optic cables from the lights on the Raspberry Pi up through the top of it. And that's how you get those really cool little lights glowing up top. And even this little fan back there is working too. So you have like a lot of air cooling on this little fan. Let me turn it off. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me put that somewhere where it doesn't break. Uh, 3D printed 3D printer. You actually can do that. I saw one guy, he used a printer to make another smaller printer. So that's definitely an option. 3D printed Frisbee. That's a good one. I haven't done that one yet. Let's do Frisbee. 3D printed TV. Imagine. Okay. Yeah, you could do maybe like a projector. I'm not sure about a TV. Maybe I can make like the case for a TV. Do I know catnap? I'm not sure what that is. And hi, this is a stream I have seen. Sorry, like there's emojis on some of the chat, so I'm trying to, let me see if I can pop the chat out. Hi, this is the stream I've seen of you. Oh, awesome. 3D printed mousetrap. I could try doing that. I obviously couldn't test on a real mouse. But let me write that down. That's a good one. I could maybe 3D print a mouse so I don't get banned on YouTube. Let me write that down. That could be a good one. Yeah, there is oh, you're good. First stream I've seen of you. Yeah, so I'm going to try to stream every Tuesday and Thursday, 7 o'clock p.m. Western time. So that's my new schedule. And with this stream, I had issues joining it, or like I scheduled it for 7, but then I couldn't actually start it for another 10 minutes because I was having issues. But next stream, that shouldn't be an issue. I think I figured that out. Oh, RepRap started making self-replicating printers. Yeah, there's some really cool designs where they can like print out really good printers on printers. I haven't done that yet, but it looks really interesting. What I'm trying to get is some metal printers. So you do some really cool like 3D printed metal designs, but those get like really expensive. I think the cheapest one is like $20,000. You need to have like a furnace, the special equipment. So I'm not quite there yet, but maybe one day. 3D printed cell phone. I did a cell phone case. I haven't done a cell phone just yet, but that's an option. Phone charger. I could make like maybe a case for the charger, but I'd probably have to buy the electronics. 3D printed lock. That's a good one. Probably won't be quite as strong as the real one, but it could be a fun video. I did a 3D printed key a while back. That was a fun video. Cell phone charger. That's a good one. I was actually talking to a friend. They make these cases you can buy for your iPhone. I think it's for mostly girls, but you can put like lip gloss or something on the case once you have it on. So I might do something like that, but it can hold like other stuff maybe. But I'm still working on that. It might take a second to design that. But we'll see. You need a 3D printer. Yeah, no, man, they're cheap. Like my first printer, the printer I started this channel with was like $100 printer. It's an Ender, I think it's Ender 3, but it's really cheap and it's a really good printer. Jamar. All right, Jamar's heading out. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's hard to get the right tolerance, but honestly, once you get it locked in and if you're careful about removing the prints, you shouldn't have to recalibrate it each time. I know you're supposed to, but I only recalibrate mine if I start messing up. So the printer, I'm not sure if you hear that, but in the other room I have the Bamboo Carbon printing a giant Pokemon right now. So that's going to be going for a couple days. 3D printed Nanoleaf lights. Oh, I actually have those. I have those set up right now on that side of the wall. Let me look into that. Yeah, I saw some people doing like some knockoff Nanoleafs. Those look really cool. But I'll write that down. I saw one guy, I think he sells the design, but he made like a 3D printed like pegboard where you can like screw in like custom tools and stuff that looks really cool. But I think he sells that design. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks really cool. What is my favorite print so far? Let me think. Let's see. Probably the most useful one is the 3D printed utility knife. I'm not sure if you can see that. That's that little one right there, where it's basically like a razor blade attached to a 3D printed handle. But you can kind of see it's like a little bit dirty from using it so much. I need to print a new one. That one's actually super useful. So I'd probably say the knife, maybe the slingshot. That's a fun one. Yeah, I think it's probably the knife. It's the most useful one, honestly. Hi, bro. I'm new. What's up, Dress? Oh, 3D printed bomb. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that. That's the nuke right there. The 3D printed nuke. Yeah, that video was kind of a joke because I kept getting it in my comments, like do a nuke test. So I was kind of surprised that video did so well. That's a fun one. Yeah, I'm thinking what I would like to do eventually, I'm trying to figure out how to do this, is basically like release custom 3D printed files to like my subscribers. I'm just trying to figure out if it'd be easier or better to like have them printed and shipped to people or just release the files. But I know a lot of people don't have 3D printers, so that may not be useful for most people. So I'm trying to figure that out too, because some of these prints, most of them are just for fun, but like the 3D printed utility knife, that's like super cheap and really useful. So that's something that like people might get use out of. 3D printed comb. Yeah, no, that sounds like a really practical print that could work. Cooking utensils. Let me see if I have that written down. Let's see. I did chopsticks a while back, but let me write that down. I can do that one next. Yeah, some of these are really useful though, like the bottle opener. I've actually used that one a few times. That one is like right there, the 3D printed bottle opener. So you'd be surprised like how often you can use some of this stuff in a pinch. Benchy speedboat. I could do that. I guess I would just have to find like the real version of the Benchy speedboat. Headphones. Yes, I wrote that down. Headphones is on the list. I'll try to do that in an upcoming video. I think I have that. Let me see. Play button. Let me write that down. Headphones. I just have to buy the speakers for that. That would be a fun one. And there were a couple others I'm trying to think of, but I want to do some more games. Those are always fun. Like I did Connect 4. I did chess. That was a fun one. 3D printed bracelets. That could be a good one. Let me do bracelets. What type of filament do I use? Most of my prints are just printed with PLA because a sponsor gave me a lot of that. I have like probably like 100 spools of PLA. But for some of the tougher prints, I'll use PLA Plus, or let me see what else I use. Bamboo Lab sent me a lot of filament too. They sent me a lot of PLA, which I use. They sent me a carbon fiber filament, which is really strong. And I've used it for a couple of videos. Like I did a test where I printed carbon fiber saw blades. And I think, I'm not sure if you can see it. Wait, let me grab it quick. I see it. But I actually tested the saw blade right here. Wait. Oh, it's stuck. Here we go. So this is made out of PLA, which is basically like a really, it's not that durable. It's like made from a cornstarch, I believe. But I printed this in black carbon fiber filament. And it was tougher, but the problem with the blade is heat is kind of what destroys it. So there wasn't a huge difference between this one and the carbon fiber blade. But it was a fun experiment. I think maybe if you cut like at a low speed, it probably would work a little bit better. But I put this on a normal like drill and it just was like destroying the blades too fast. 3D printed smartwatch versus real. That could be a good one. I was planning on doing like a clock at some point. I just haven't done that yet. Let's see, toy tank. Let me write that down. Toy tank. That could be a fun one. Make a gimbal for your phone camera. I could do that. I just have to figure out like where to get the motors at for that. 3D printed laptop. I could do that too. I just would have to figure out how to get the electronics for that, but that could be a fun video. Yeah, a lot of these videos, I try to plan them so I can shoot them in one day because I have to do these in between my long videos. So I try to like plan stuff I could shoot and edit in roughly one day. Make a 3D printed YouTube play button. Yeah, no, I plan on doing that. I actually need to do that soon because a couple of people mentioned that. But I will do that. I'll do the play button. 3D printed play button. Diamond. Yeah, I'll be a minute before I get diamond. I need 9 million more subs before I get that. That's a cool one. Yeah, there's only like, I think a couple thousand people that have diamond. It's a really hard award to get. 3D printed shoe. You can barely see it, but the croc is right there. I did a 3D printed croc video, I think a couple months ago. That was kind of fun. I haven't done a lamp. I actually have been meaning to do that, but it's a good thing you mentioned that. Let me write that down. Lamp. That's a good idea. 3D printed cell phone pencil, like a stylus. Yeah, I could definitely do that. That would be a pretty easy build. There was another phone one I'm trying to think of. A steering wheel. Yeah, I'm not sure how I could test that safely in a video because I'd have to like put it on a car probably. I don't want to crash. 3D printed badminton versus real. That's an option. 3D printed car phone. That's a good one. Phone holder, car phone holder. Write that down too. Holder. Yeah, these are good ideas. That's the problem is like, it's really hard to come up with like good ideas by yourself. Badminton. Okay, I got that written down. Airless sports ball. I did a ping pong ball. I think that was like my last video, but I can do bigger ones, like maybe like a basketball or a baseball maybe. Let me try the basketball. I'll do basketball next, maybe. I just have to figure out like how to test that. Maybe like seeing how bouncy it is compared to the real one. Test it in front of a hospital. That's true in case something bad happens. Are you talking about the car? Yeah, that could be bad. 3D printed handbag. That could be a good one. Let me write that down. I was thinking of doing like a Stanley cup or like a Starbucks cup because those are really popular right now. Keyboard or mouse. Beyblade. Yeah, let me write that down. I never played with the Beyblade, but I think I know what that is. I think that's the thing you like spin up really fast and try not to get killed with it. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any other toys that I've seen. A lot of times I'll just go to the store and see if I find anything that kind of inspires me for a build. 3D printed castle versus real. That's a good one. I just have to figure out where to find the real castle. FPV drone. That could be a good one. I did like a little tiny drone that's like right there at the bottom. That was just a simple like flight test, but it would be cool to do like a bigger drone at some point. 3D printed pinball machine. That could be fun. I just got to find a mini pinball machine. Let's see. Pinball machine. Piano, that's a good one. Fidget toy. That could be a good one too. Let me write that down. A lot of good ideas. Running out of space. 3D printed fidget toy. That's a good one. Claw machine. Yeah, let me think about the claw machine. I guess, are you talking about the one that like goes down and grabs the toys? That could be a pretty big build, but let me see if I can do it. Claw machine, I have that written down right now. A crowbar. That could be interesting. Crowbar. I feel like it would break pretty easy, but it would probably be a fun test. Can opener. I did a bottle opener. I'm not sure how I would do a can opener, but maybe that's possible. Let me see. Can opener. I have that written down. Yeah, I think with the can opener, it's going to be hard to get something like hard enough to puncture the can that's made of plastic, but maybe I could come up with something. 3D printed baby versus real. I don't know how I would get the real baby. Cookie cutter. I actually did a cookie cutter, one of my first videos. I'm not sure if it's on the wall there, but I did like a really early video on a cookie cutter. Bouncy ball. That's a good one. Corkscrew. I don't know, like I probably would have to get a metal piece because I feel like plastic would just break on impact because the screwing mechanism I don't think is strong enough to be made out of plastic, but I could look into that. I did a bottle opener, but that one was pretty straightforward, just like opens bottles. But maybe if I got like a piece of metal and I made the handle out of plastic, I could probably do like a corkscrew design, maybe. But yeah, I try to do a lot of kitchen stuff, like actual items you can use in the kitchen. it's just really hard to come up with new stuff for that. Oh, there's random people on the street who have one who don't mind you borrowing the child. Yeah, I feel like if a stranger came up to me with a camera and asked me to like borrow my baby, I might have a few questions. Lego, that's a good one. I actually want to do a Lego one. I just have to figure out like how to test that. Like, I don't know if I should do like a Lego set and try to print like a replica of that. That could be a video maybe. Pellet gun. I don't know if I could. I'm trying to think of how I could do a pellet gun. See, the problem with pellet guns is they like store pressurized air, and a lot of 3D printers aren't that great at like containing pressure. But I might be able to make like a very simple design maybe. 3D printed tweezers. Oh, that could be a good one. Tweezers. I never thought of that. Let me write that down. Tweezers. I'm running out of paper here. Nunchucks. That's funny. I have to see if that's legal. I know. So I'm in California, and they're really strict about stuff here. So let me see if that's. If I can get real nunchucks, I might do that test. Straw. That could be a good one. These are good ideas. A lot of these I never thought of. Message retracted. I will get the child. Well, just don't get in trouble. Yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers, especially streamers nowadays, getting in trouble for pranks. And while it's funny, I kind of feel bad for them because they're ruining their careers over some of these videos, which is not that great. Do you guys watch Twitch at all? Because one of my friends, he streams a lot on Twitch, and I was trying to tell him about YouTube Live, but I'm really new to it. I don't know if Twitch is better than YouTube. A camera or webcam. I did a 3D printed digital camera. I think it's right there. I'm not sure if you can see that. That's like a little camera. I was going to do like a video camera, but basically what I'm doing is I'm just buying the circuit board and putting a shell around it. So I could do that later. Watering cans. Oh, that's a good one. Let me write that down. Watering can. A wrench. That's a good one. Keyboard. I like running. Yeah, you better be a fast runner. Keyboard. I just did a keyboard recently. I haven't put it on the wall yet, but I did like a sponsored video where I compared a really high-end keyboard with a 3D printed one. That was a good one. Soda can. I could do that. I guess like I'd have to like put soda in it after I printed it. I could do that. And I think PLA, like people in the comments will like say it's not safe. I mean, granted, you shouldn't eat it, but PLA is like a cornstarch material. So it's much safer than say ABS plastic. Soap dispenser, probably could do that. Print a paper and how to get more subscribers. That's true. I could do that. Ring light. Oh, that's a good one. Ring light. Let's do a ring light. I have like 100 ideas now. I'm trying to write all these down. These are good. Soap dispenser. Why does a 3D human cost so much to make? Well, if you saw that video, the electronics were purchased from a company in Canada, which were kind of expensive. And then we had to print everything. So that one was mostly just the time it took to make. It took like 2 weeks to make that 3D printed person for that video. A backpack, a lampshade, those are good ones. Baby shaped backpack, it's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know. Like I would like to do more videos maybe with other people. I just need to figure out a format where I can integrate that into my channel that works. I'm still trying to figure that out. Battery dispenser, that's a good one. I think I saw a model for that recently where it dispensed like AA batteries. That's a good idea. Yeah, there was a guy that made it's like a matchstick gun. It shoots like matchsticks out, which is really cool. I haven't done that yet. Coffee mug, that's a good one. I haven't done it yet. The coffee mug, that's a good one. Coffee mug. 3D printed cast. It's got to break my arm first. Naval cannon. Rolling pin. I don't think I've done a rolling pin yet. That's a good one. Rolling pin. That's a good idea. A photo frame. It's like a Nickelback song. That's a good idea. Photo frame, writing that down. Or glasses. Glasses could be good. The only thing I need to figure out is like if I could maybe print a lens out of like resin or something, that could be a cool one to do eventually. Look at this photograph. I would totally put that song in there if it wasn't copyrighted. It'd be really funny. I might do that. I might just bite the bullet and just put the copyrighted song in there. If I can see, like, if YouTube will let me, I might do that. A crazy RC plane. I might do that. I did like the little, I mean, it's not really a plane. I did like the little paper airplane, which it's right. I think it's, I can't really do this right there. That's the airplane. But I might try to do like a bigger RC airplane. That could be fun. Final record. I wonder if that would work. I'm curious. I could try that. 10-gallon. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think for the vinyl record, I can make it look like one. I don't know if it has the detail needed to like make it playable, but that would be a fun video. Let me just write that. Vinyl record. I need to get a record player. A dice tower. That's a good one. Dice tower. Yeah, these are all good ideas. Yeah, there was a couple games I saw that you could download on, I think, Thingiverse that were really cool. I might look into that. A 3D portable battery. Oh, that's a cool one. I think I saw a couple of creators do that. A fan. Let me write that down too. Battery and fan. A pillow. Yeah, well, that's a good idea. There is a flexible filament. I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's kind of like rubber. I could probably do something like that. Lock and key. That's a good one. I might do a couple different versions of that because I feel like the normal, yeah, TPU, that's the one. I feel like a lock and key would break easily, but maybe if you like made a really big version of it, it could be stronger. Oh, a chair. It's funny you mentioned that. I was actually talking about making a chair. But what I was thinking about doing was basically like printing brackets for like a standard 2x4. So you could basically go to like Home Depot or Lowe's and just buy like these really cheap pre-cut like 2x4s, and then basically print these brackets where when you put them together, it kind of puts it into a chair, so you don't have to really pay anything, and it would be really strong. I think that might be a cool idea. 3D printed laser, that's an option. Flashlight. I think I did a flashlight way back. That's a good idea. Plant pot. That's a good idea. I saw a really cool, I think it was Target. They had this really cool candle holder, but it was like $20. And I was like, I could make that for like $1 if I 3D printed it. That was something else I was thinking would be a cool series where like if you go into a store or something, like videotape it, and then like videotape you taking a picture of something and then replicating it back home. Yeah, Joe's fine. He's in the other room just chilling. 3D print subscriber. Yeah, I'd have to figure out how to do that. I would like to do more stuff though. Like I'm still trying to figure out a way to possibly make some of these prints available to other people and my subscribers. Some of them I download, some of them I make myself. It really depends on like what I want to print. Like for the really unique stuff, I kind of have to make that myself. Coffee machine, I want to do like an espresso machine. I think that would be fun. Sacrifice Joe for the subscriber. Yeah, Joe, he has a body now. When we first started, he was just like a piece of paper. So he's making some progress there. A blender. I think somebody mentioned that earlier, but I do have that written down. A blender. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do that. But so far we have blender, we have a roller, a utensil, a coffee mug. Those are all good ideas. There was another item, I can't think of it, but it was like, oh, I wanted to do a like a cup that you could boil stuff on. And if you go on YouTube, there's a really cool video of people boiling water in like plastic, because I guess the idea is the water cools the material before it can break. But when I tried that with 3D printed cups, it did not work out well. Pencil sharpener, that's a good one. Halo helmet. Hidden blade. Yeah, those are all good ones. You make the largest Xbox Series X, but you make the largest 3D printed smallest. I could do that. It probably wouldn't be functional. Like it would probably just be for decoration, but I could make a really small one. A flag. I could definitely do a flag. I was thinking of doing like a giant Nintendo Switch, but I feel like that'd be an easy build. And I'm not sure what I would do with a giant, a Wii console. A Wii console. Hot plate. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think it might melt, but I could probably do something along that line. Joe has a helmet, so he'll be safe. Yeah, actually, I think we lost Joe's head in one of the last videos we filmed with him, so I need to print him a new head right now. 3D printed mini arcade, that's a good one. Let me see if I have that written down. Let me write that down. Mini arcade. Yeah, that's a good idea. Light switch, that's a good one. Tape holder, that's a pretty good one too. I was thinking about doing a storage container. I could probably do like a mini storage container. I was thinking about making a 3D printed drill, like electric drill, but I have all the parts. I just haven't put that together just yet. I would like to do a series where like maybe I make like a bunch of tools and then I try making something with just the 3D printed tools. See how far I could get with that. A clock. That's a good idea with the clock. Clock. Yeah, I actually have the parts to make the clock. I just haven't done that yet. So I need to do that for one of my future videos. Yeah, Joe is not working under safe conditions right now. He's actually missing his head. Jenga, I don't think I've done that yet. DVD player, I don't even have one. I probably have to get one to test that. 3D printed diary. I could probably do like a pretty basic diary with a couple pages in it. I did one video way back, I think last year, where I did 3D printed paper, which was kind of funny. It's just literally like one layer. And it's kind of a joke with people. People got it. Yes, I know what Death Note is. That'd be a funny one. I guess I could do that if I do the book. It's going to be careful about what you write in that. I'll do book / Death Note. That's a good one though. 3D printed door. I could make like a little door. I thought it'd be cool because my sister, she actually has like a small dog. It'd be cool to do like a luxury doghouse build, but make like a little tiny like scale luxury house for the dog and maybe like 3D print it. I think that'd be funny. I just have to, I have a couple big builds I'm trying to finish right now. And maybe when I finish that, I can get around to doing the bigger builds. because that's the problem. It's like I try to upload every 3 days and live stream, and I also have to do the big videos, so it takes a lot of time to do that right now. Sorry. So like I say mini house. Basically, it's like a dog house, but it's like a scaled down human house. So think of a dog house, but like it has like a little TV in it, it has like a little couch. So it's basically like a really fancy dog house. Robot, that's a good one. Soap bottle, to store soap, that's a good one. What's up, KS controller? A GoPro. I have one of the first GoPros. I have it somewhere here. But yeah, I could do something like that with a GoPro. Do I support Kira? Is Kira the good or bad guy? I forget. I support the good person. 3D printed rings. I could do that. Soap bar holder. That's a good one. I should have brought more paper. I only have one piece of paper, and it's like filled up with like all your ideas. Let me see if I can go through this. GoPro mount. That's a good one. A nuke. We have the nuke right there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but we have the little nuke. I don't know if you guys saw the Demon Core story. I thought that would be an interesting video to do like a 3D printed Demon Core. I think it's called a Demon Core, but it's like what they did the first nuclear test with. It's like really dangerous. 3D printed nuke. Yep, we did that. That's right there. 3D printed pet versus real pet. That's actually funny. You could do that. I'll write that down. I just need to get a pet then. Cheap earbuds versus expensive. That could be a good one. I just got to figure out how to make them that small. TV remote, that one's good. Play button, we're going to do that too. Yeah, no, these are a lot of good ideas. It's going to take me a minute to print all these. 3D printed microphone. I feel like the microphone, I could do that. I would just have to like order the electronics and like, excuse me, put that together because I can't really make the electronics. A screwdriver, that could be a good one. Let me write that down. Screwdriver. I have that written down with screwdriver. Wine opener. I can try that. The only problem with the wine opener, like if you have the cork, I don't really know if plastic filament's going to be strong enough to like dig into the cork. So maybe if I cheat and use steel, I can maybe attach that to like a plastic 3D printed handle maybe. That'd be a fun video. And if you guys haven't seen, this is what we're going to be testing in the next long form video. We're going to do a 3D printed survival knife versus a real one. So these are the two that we're going to test. And that video should be out probably tomorrow or the day after. I'm still editing that. Oh, and if you guys haven't seen, I'm starting I think it's a YouTube membership, but I think you can join it from my channel. But basically what I'm going to do there is kind of like Patreon for YouTube, but I'm going to have like more behind the scenes stuff to kind of show like how I do stuff and show videos like before they come out. Can't wait. Yeah, I know. I think it'll be a fun video. Like I'm trying to think of fun tests. Now, obviously, like of course, this is not going to perform as well as the real thing, but I think it's fun to see like how far you can get away with stuff like this. I do want to try more survival stuff just because I think that's fun to go outside and like try stuff like that. We did the crossbow last week. Today will be the knife. I'm still thinking of other ideas for like survival stuff. I might do a challenge video once I get enough stuff printed where we do like trying to survive with all like 3D printed gear. Do I go to the gym? I try to go. I haven't been going too much, but I try to go at least 5 times a week. Walking stick, I could do that. That's pretty easy. Bro created one knife. Yeah, it's literally like a K-bar knife. Snowboard. I haven't done that yet, but that sounds interesting. I did a drone. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little drone right there. I did that probably last month. I did a drone video. Clothespins, that could be a good one. Those are all good ideas. But guys, it's been a little over an hour, so I'm probably going to end this stream. But I'm going to be back this coming Tuesday. So I'm going to put the times in my banner image on YouTube with the exact times I'm going to go live. But 7 o'clock my time, Tuesday through Thursday. And I'm going to try to do like one live where it's getting ideas from you guys. And then for the other live, I'm still figuring that out, but maybe I'll have like a co-host on to try to go over like some, I'm still trying to figure out the concept, but I could interview other YouTubers that also design stuff and maybe get their ideas. Or I could try to interview maybe subscribers if they want to come on. So I'm still trying to figure that out. This is still like only the second stream. So as it progresses, it'll get better over time. But I want to thank you guys for coming by with all your ideas. Like I have this whole piece of paper filled up with ideas. And this is probably enough for like 3 months of videos, honestly. Desert Eagle. All right. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you, Hex. I appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys next week. Bye.